And joining us now is Fabian Herbers. We'll go first to Joe Schatz.
Thanks, Jess. Hey, Fabi. How's everything going?
Good. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. Thanks always for taking the time. I really do appreciate it. Just curious, your thoughts on both the team's recent spell of success and your recent spell of success, scoring 2 and 2, playing that winger position on the right with Marin being out, and just kind of how you're feeling overall at this point of the season.
Yeah, I think we had two good team performances on the road, and I think that's what it takes to win on the road in MLS. It's never easy to go on the road. You know, we know our record historically. You know, it's always difficult to go away. Time zones, the heat, the change of climate, and everything. But I think the team stuck well together overall. You know, and myself, obviously stepping in with Marin being out with a small injury that he had. And I always come in and try to do the best for the team, try to, give my best to come through my work rate, give it everything, and then try to be in the right spots at the right time. And fortunately it worked out a few times, these past 2 games, and I'm happy to get on the score sheet and obviously to help the team get those 2 wins.
And in terms of getting those goals, those I'd call those right place, right time, which is really just positioning, right? It's knowing where to be at the right time and executing. I'm curious, just the mentality that goes into that and the way you stay calm in those situations, because it's such a quick reaction, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, both were probably similar goals. The first one, was a nice cross in the back of the defense from Gucci, where I just ran nicely into it. And, at that point, you just have to make sure you get it on frame. You don't really try to aim for any pocket left or right. You just try to get it on frame and not have one of those YouTube clips where you hit it over from close range or hit it left or right of the goal. And that's what I did with the second one as well. It was a little bit more... lucky bounce, I want to say, because it was a cross from Jairo that wasn't defended almost on the goal line there. So it came back to me bouncing, and there as well, you just try to hit it low, hit it on target, and luckily it went in. I didn't hit the defender, I didn't hit the goalkeeper. So I think any other player that would have been there, I would have tried to do the same, but it was just. Yeah, the lucky bounce that I got, and happy was me at the time, and happy I could help the team.
Thank you, sir.
Next, we'll go to Hernan Espinoza.
Hey, Fabi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Yes, I actually recently asked Frank the chemistry there, Alonso and YoDeportes were in the field when they have the opportunity, because the international duties of Miguel Navarro and Shaqiri. I wonder about your thoughts about it. How's the chemistry with those 2 players when they come in and play? Because they have been playing for the past 3 games, I guess.
Yeah, I think both, Alonso and Jairo were guys that haven't gotten a lot of minutes, from the starting 11 in this season. So I think, at those times when there's international duty, when there's injuries occurring in the team, you depend on your depth. And I think both players, Alonso and Jairo, they developed a good chemistry on that side. I think they contributed really well to the team. I think Jairo especially got unlucky, especially in the first game against Portland, where he had two great chances, couldn't finish it off. But it was great runs that he made behind the line, and those type of runs stretch the defense, and those type of runs help us out to create space in the middle for our midfielders to play as well. So both had really good games and contributed really nicely to the team performance and to those 2 wins as well.
Wonderful. We'll go next to Miguel from ChicagoFireFC.com.
Hey, Fab, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm wondering what has been the key to your success in your recent games with the team? What has really helped you succeed so far?
I think the main part was staying together. In those two road games, obviously we had a really tough loss against Columbus. In that home game where just in the last minute, Zalarayan scored the goal from very wide range. And then it's just about sticking together in hard times. In hard times it shows the character of the team, and despite not having the best season, obviously, I think it still shows that the team does have character, that they do know how to fight, that we do know how to stick together in those tough times, and that we still can come out with wins on the road. So that should give us hope for the last spell here, for the last 15 games, and try to do everything to get into that playoff spot. We're still battling for points. We still have to make up some points to get over the line, but I think those two games are really a statement, that we don't give up, and we want to keep pushing for the rest of the season.
And as a player and as a team, how does those two result? How does it do so much for you guys as players? It gives you momentum. How can you guys use that momentum to push yourself off the playoff line?
Yeah, obviously, it's a very binary sport, I want to say, or the results at least are very binary, where you either win or lose. I mean, obviously there's a tie as well, but I feel like especially in the beginning of the season, we've had really, really good performances as a team, but we didn't end up winning those games, which was really disappointing. So now to see that we can stick together and the results can bounce our way, because sometimes there's a little bit of luck involved as well. Where you just have the right bounces, just as I had in my when I scored those two goals. In a different game, maybe the goalie makes a save and you get counted on, and then they score, and then you lose the game. So it's very very fine lines in those games. So it really helps for the morale of the team, going forward, especially at this point of the season where, the first kind of I want to call it hype, but first kind of games, the first excitements of the season starting is kind of gone, and now you kind of get in the rhythm, playing week in, week out, sometimes have 3 games a week. It's really important that those results bounced our way, and I think it gives us a push, and like you said, the momentum hopefully to go forward and have more of those results bouncing our way, and collect those points that we need.
Thank you.
Russell, do you have a question?
Yes, I do. Sorry I joined the meeting late. Hey Fab, how you doing? First question is, Kyle Kamara has been named to the 2023 MLS All-Star team. Any words for him, please?
What was the last part? Sorry.
No, I'm saying Kyle Kamara, your team, your colleague, has been named to the 2023 MLS All-Star team.
Right.
Any words for him?
Oh yeah, of course. He's a good teammate. He's a on and off the field. Great personality, one of a kind for sure. But also fun to play with. I think the game that he had at Kansas City, I think it was, even though he didn't score that game, I think he had a really, really good game. He battled for the team until the last minute, always working against the ball, really hard, and even winning headers, in our own box, helped us defensively a ton, and he was a big factor why we won that game as well. So he's a really good competitor in the box. Obviously in the offensive box, he's a very good goal scorer. His heading is incredible. His timing is really well, and he's a lot of times at the right time at the right place to score those goals. So very deserved, very happy for him. Can't believe the guy is 38, but I don't know how he does it. But I will ask him for the secret sauce there, so I can go as far as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any final questions, Joe Schatz?
No, I'm good. Thank you both. Appreciate it.
Hernan, anything left on your end?
I'm good, thank you.
And Russell, are you all set?
if I can ask just one more question, Fab, are you disappointed you're not getting call-ups to the national team?
I'm very realistic about myself, and I think the German national team is very competitive. I think guys like Hani Mukhtar, who have scored maybe 20 goals last season, even these guys haven't been called up. So I think I'm very realistic and very, down to earth when it comes to that. But if you want to, have some numbers for me to call or some push for me to make, I will gladly accept it. But I think I'm good where I'm at. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Fabi.